What's up, my beautiful bad bitches of the world? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Natalie and this is my channel, Music to Makeup. So today's video is something I have been personally thinking about for years now, and I have been wanting to do a video on it for a while, but I was kind of waiting for that like inspiration, like divine inspiration, and like just the key to make it all like click for me to be able to express it to you guys. And that happened. So basically, girl, I am so over the dating scene right now. I'm just going to take a break, but I want to talk about being a single woman over 30 with no children, and how society views us, how I view myself, what goes on in my mind, my fears, and then just kind of my mindset now, and how I have kind of changed my mindset, and I am a lot more peace with everything that is going on because of that mindset shift. But if you would like to know my thoughts on being a single childless woman in her 30s and some of the struggles I go through, and you know, some tips that have personally helped me, then keep on watching. And if you do like these types of videos, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications so you know when I post new videos. And let's get right into it. I cannot deal with one more crazy ass guy from Tinder. No joke. Like, I'm gonna have to do an entirely separate video on just my experiences in the last week alone. But when I was younger, I assumed and expected that by the age of 30 I would be married and have children. And I remember even in my 20s I was dating, oh my gosh, such a scumbag now that I look back, but we ended up making a pact that if we were still single when we were 30, that we would just have a kid together. But I would never have a kid with him now. Oh my gosh, Natalie, like, what were you thinking? Like, he got out of prison and tried to contact me, and I was like, no, why did you ever? But I kind of feel like society raises women, and it's like, okay, you have to attract the, you know, a good man before someone else gets them, but you need, you know, a good career to attract a good man, and once you have that good man and you have a family, then you're able to live your life. And so, you know, I continued on with my career, was in college. I'm like, okay, the next thing on the checklist, find a husband. So I met my ex-husband when I was 17. He was 22. He had a 4-year-old daughter. They both moved in with me. Long story short, it didn't work out. We just turned into two completely different people and wanted the same things and had different values. And I mean, I guess I knew that all along, but I did what I thought I was supposed to be doing. And I did it with the first guy I met because at that point I had such a low self-esteem that I'm like, this is the best that I'm gonna be able to get. And I put up with so much crap I did not have any boundaries. Like, I want to do a video on just on boundaries. But I continued and allowed him to, you know, he didn't work for like 6 of the 8 years we were together. So I managed to work, support us all, and go to nursing school. But he couldn't manage to keep one job. And there was a time that I was pregnant with him, but I was so young. I was 22. I was middle of nursing school. Plus, being married to him and seeing him not want to take the initiative to find a job to be able to provide for his own daughter, I just knew. I was like, I will not have a kid with him. He doesn't even want to, you know, support the one he has. So that ended when I was 26, and I still didn't know who I was at this point. Your frontal brain, the frontal lobe, doesn't develop till you're 26 actually. So it takes kind of a little bit after that for you to really get to know who you are. That's why, like, now looking back, I would, like, don't get married till you're over 30. Just trust me on that one. Learn from my mistakes. But when I was 29, I met someone that I worked with, and it was not someone I was initially attracted to, but as I got to know them, I became attracted to them, and I actually fell in love with them. And we were engaged. And then, long story short, it didn't work out, and it broke me. I have never been so destroyed completely. I was at rock bottom. But looking back, I believe that was necessary for me to be able to build myself and get to know myself and get to the point that I'm at now. But so after all that, and you know, I started doing a lot of self-discovery, and then like 31, I started to freak out. Like, to be honest, I'm like, you know, like, I've been single for a while, I've been doing this self-discovery thing, but I'm getting older, like, I'm not even dating, like, you know, I thought I would be married and have a family by now. And then I noticed that when I was dating, I was letting things slide that I normally wouldn't, because I could just hear my biological clock like ticking in the back of my mind. And once I started to realize the effect that had on my dating, I was like, hold up, Natalie, you need to check yourself, because you do not want the fact that you want a family and a child to pressure you into dating the wrong person and being with the wrong person and possibly having a child with the wrong person. I was actually trying to get pregnant with the man I was engaged to, and then I found out he had been cheating on me for 5 months, so I guess it's a good thing that I didn't. But you know, I started to notice that that was affecting my dating. So I had been starting to ask myself a lot of hard questions I had never asked myself, like, what makes you happy? What do you want in life? And for the first time, I actually asked myself, why do you want a child? And the things I could come up with were because I think I'll make a good mother, and because I want to have a family with someone. So I also used to tell myself that if I wasn't with anyone around my age, that I would just do it on my own. But, because that's like kind of what my mom did actually. But now that I'm in the position, it took me a long time to come to this realization. But I want my actions to only come from a place of love, and my intention to come from a place of love, not a place of fear. And having a child by myself, because I'm afraid I'm not gonna meet someone and have a family with them. It's out of fear. And you know, the universe has a plan for us all, and you know, we don't know what that is. Looking back, I see how the universe tried to tell me that nursing wasn't the right path for me, but I was so stubborn, I didn't want to listen. Once I had a goal, I was going to achieve that goal no matter what. And when I started learning more about the law of attraction and everything, there was a concept that was kind of hard for me to grasp, and I'm still working on it. But you can want these things, but you also have to have the law of detachment. You have to be okay without having them. And you know, I'm like, I had it so stuck in my mind that I am gonna, you know, I'm supposed to be a mother, that I didn't consider an alternative. I just thought that's the way it's gonna be, and I'm gonna make it happen one way or the other. But now, you know, I'm working on just being more present and not worrying about the future and what if this doesn't happen or this doesn't happen. If I'm meant to be a mother, if I'm meant to, you know, have a child, then it will happen. And I just need to trust the universe and trust that I'm being led on, you know, the path to my highest self. And I, you know, recently I had to acknowledge the fact that there is a chance that I might not have children. And I had to come to terms with being okay with that, which was hard. But that is a possibility. I mean, but Oprah doesn't have any kids. She has her daughters in her schools, and she's content with that. Like, look at Oprah's life. Like, you know, maybe I just wanted kids so badly because that was the way I was conditioned. Like, because right now I want no kids. Like, I'm still getting to know myself and what I want, let alone, like, I do not feel prepared at all to have a child right now. I also don't want to let my biological clock, you know, force me to date someone that isn't right for me just because I want to have a child. I only want my having a child to come from a place of love and with someone else. Like, I know how hard it was growing up without a father. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to intentionally bring a child up in that environment. You know, I know there are no perfect circumstances when having children. But like I said, if it's meant to be, then it will be. And I just need to focus on my life right now instead of giving my energy away to worrying and to fear and into the future, into something that hasn't even happened yet. So if you are in a similar position as me, like, don't worry. Like, after some of my experiences this week with Tinder, it's like I am so much happier being on my own than dealing with these psychopaths. Like, this is what people want me to have. Why? Because that they believe that's what will make me happy, or that's what's best for me. But these people I'm meeting aren't making me happy. You know, and we have so many more options these days. Like, in 5 years, I could freeze my eggs. You know, that's an option for me. You know, another thing I've had to consider is I don't even know if I would be able to endure a pregnancy. I am in so much pain not being pregnant. I can't even imagine, you know, like 40 more pounds added. Plus the fact that I wouldn't be able to get my nerve ablations done because I take a pregnancy test before they do them because I have to be sedated. You know, I've just come to terms with the universe and God know what is best for me, and I am just going to trust them and follow their guidance and just be present and enjoy my life right now and not fixate on, you know, what is gonna happen or what isn't going to happen. But let me know in the comments below any issues you guys had with being single and over 30. I always get the look. You have any children? No. How old are you? 33. Well, why not? Don't you want any? Why is it such a horrible thing? I'm in my early 30s to not have children. Like, it's just bizarre to me. But anyways, alright guys, well, this was a completely random video, but I hope you liked it. And if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.